Sup internet, Z3 here. Gonna be playing a little bit of Fortnite Ranked Reload while I talk about how losing 70 kilos changed my life. See you in the match. Sweet. Okay. For a little bit of context, I have lost 70 kilos, which I think is about 150 pounds, I think. But yeah, so I think I'm pretty qualified to talk about how losing weight has changed my life and how losing weight can probably change other people's lives. I was 140 kilos or over 300 pounds for Freedom Lover units. Okay. Didn't know why I dropped here, but fair enough. And I lost that weight in the span of about 2 years. So for full numbers, I was like 5'10", 140 kilos at 15. And then by the time I was 17, I was 6 foot, 184 centimeters. Very nice. And got down all the way to 70 kilos. And since then, I've gone through cuts and bulks, but haven't passed 98 kilos in terms of body weight. So, managed to keep it off over the last 4 years. I'm 21 now. So over the last 4 years, managed to keep it off. And I'll give a little bit of context about what my life was like leading up to that point. So I was always a fat kid. My parents were always fat. I was pretty active as a kid, like I played basketball, I did wrestling, things like that. But I was a fat kid. And I always had an appetite, and I always liked really, junk food, sugary shit. And so did my parents. And so that's how I learnt to eat. Because my mum basically just didn't cook. And my dad basically just doesn't know how to cook as well. And so, yeah, all we had was like fast food. When they would cook, it was very rare. But even then, we would have like dessert and stuff. Anyway, I got to about 15 and was like, okay, well, I don't really like being fat anymore. I mean, being in high school and being morbidly obese, I think anyone that's morbidly obese during high school knows exactly how much it sucks. It's not fun. It's not great. It's pretty boring. And you get bullied a lot. I got bullied a lot. You get made fun of a lot. Talking to girls is hard. It's just not a great experience. So I was like, alright, well, I really don't like, being fat. But to me, at that point in my life, the idea of like not being fat. Oh, okay. I just got shit on. Sick. At that point in my life, the idea of not being fat kind of like didn't exist to me, because all I'd known is being fat, because my parents were fat. So and when I mean fat, like I don't mean like a little bit chubby, I mean like pretty much my entire childhood, basically every adult in my life was obese. My teachers were all very large. My parents were very large. And so the only concept I had of like skinny people were like other kids at my school. And so it was kind of weird, being like, hey, I don't want to be fat anymore. I remember the reason that I started to care about it is because I watched I forget his name. I forget the name of the guy that I watched, but he made a video basically being like how I lost, I think it was like 10 kilos or something. It wasn't even that much weight. But he lost like 10 kilos, this like random fitness influencer that I don't even watch anymore. And he fucking scared the shit out of me. What the hell? I don't have it shotgun for this. Holy infinite boxes. What the fuck? Oh, that could have been bad. Wait, is this guy around? What are you? Hello? The fuck? I was so confused. He was just standing there. Yeah, random fitness influencer that lost like 10 kilos. And I randomly, that video just like popped up on my like page, on my homepage. And so I was like, oh, like you can not, you know, be fat. I was kind of just like, oh man, this is just how I am for the rest of my life. And that's not true. Surprise, surprise. You can choose not to be fat. You can eat less and move more. And so that's exactly what I did. And it was kind of a crazy concept. And I know it might sound really dumb to like people that are skinny. But the idea of like, you could just lose weight was just revolutionary to me because I had no example of that. Like my parents never did it. You know, here is like a kid. I was like 14, 15 at the time. Like what 15-year-old's going on a weight loss journey? You know what I mean? So the seed was planted in my head and I was like, okay, cool. And it was honestly really, really easy to, when you're that size, to lose weight. It was really, really easy. And I only did like simple things. So the biggest thing I think that started it was I just started walking everywhere. So instead of getting lifts to places, I would just walk to school. And for me, school was like a 40-minute walk from my house. And I would just walk to school. Okay. Oh, I don't have the shotgun for this. This is fucked. Oh my god. I'm just dead. The shotgun does no more than 40 damage at all times. Holy fuck. So yeah, the biggest changes that I made were just simple swaps. So instead of having like a bag of lollies, I would just have like half a bag. Like literally that's all I did. And I lost heaps of weight doing that. And then from that it transitioned to, instead of having like 2 energy drinks a day, I just had 1. Instead of having full sugar energy drinks, I just had 0 sugar energy drinks. Things like that. Little swaps. And I think I lost like 25 kilos just by doing that. Like, which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, I think I lost like 25 kilos just by making little swaps to my diet. Not even going on a diet. Just like not eating, you know, my body weight in sugar. And I managed to lose 30 kilos, who would have thought? And so from that, I was down to... The fuck is this guy doing? At 200 minutes, this is not good. For this or something. This is max passion. What the fuck? That kid wanted it bad. I gotta give it to him. That was nuts. Ooh, nice. The next thing I did, I think I got down to 120 kilos. So the next thing I did was I started going on hikes every day. So that's what I would do. I would try go on hikes. The fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? This kid's crazy. Oh, he can see me with that. I don't think he can see me there. He just gets. Oh, he just got headshot sniped. What the fuck? Okay. What is going? This is the silly. What the fuck? Oh, that is not good. No, that's not good at all. Oh my god. Full box. I need to fucking try hard against this kid, bro. He just like first tried my wall. Okay. Fair enough. Fuck off. What are you? Bro, key the kid that I just fucking beamed, bro. What are you doing? Like, hello? What? Who does this kid think he is? What the fuck? What a psycho, man. Oh my god, what is this kid's moving? Is there another kid there? What the fuck? The fuck? Okay. Shit on. Alright, I'll continue the rest of the points that I did to lose a bit of weight in the next video. In the rest of the video. Okay, we're back. Okay. Before I was rudely interrupted by winning there, I was talking about how the basic things that I did to lose about 25 kilos, I went on. I just made simple swaps in my diet, so I stopped eating as much sugar. I didn't, instead of having two like pieces of candy, I'd have one. Instead of having 200 drinks, I'd have one. Instead of having sugary drinks, I would have no sugar drinks. Instead of getting lists to school, I would walk to school. Alright, so now we're caught up. I think I talked about me going on hikes. But I went through a hiking phase where I would hike. At the time, I was like, oh man, like school's really shit. I'm super fat. I don't care about school. School is not making me any healthier. You know, school isn't helping me lose weight. I'm sitting down sedentary, listening to the teacher talk about some bullshit that I just do not care about. So I was like, fuck school. Alright. So what I would do is I would walk to school, 40 minutes. I would walk back from school, 40 minutes. I would go to school just for the morning. Alright, for the first like hour. While I did roll call and then the first class. And then I'd walk back 40 minutes. And then about a 30-minute walk from my house was like this like hiking trail. And I'd walk to that. And that's what I would do. Like basically every day. Holy shit, I didn't realize I had a chug jug. What the fuck? And that's what I do. And I lost a lot of weight. So we're at, what, about 110 kilos, down from 140, so about like 30 kilo loss. From 110 to 90 kilos. Basically, I just did the same shit that I did before, but just added hikes. I would hike for like literally, 6 hours a day. It was insane. Like, I would just hike all day, every day. And yeah, it was good. That got me down to 90 kilos. At that point, I watched Eddie Hall deadlift 500 kilos. I watched the video of him deadlifting 500 kilos. And I was like, damn, like that looks awesome. I want to deadlift 500 kilos. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to watch Eddie Hall deadlift 500 kilos. I want to be able to do that. And so I was like, alright. What does he do? Oh, he lifts with weights to get strong. Okay, like, that's pretty cool. Maybe I should start trying to do that. Oh my god, I suck. Thank you. Maybe I should start trying to do that. And so that's what I did. So I started getting into the gym in 2022? 2022. I was like 16 onto 17. So 2022 I started getting into the gym. And all I did at the gym was basically like the training of like good deadlifters, basically. The training that good deadlifters did. So like, I just deadlifted. So I'd come into the gym like 4 times a week deadlifting. I know this guy's fucking aggressive. Jesus. He's just dead. What the fuck? Oh man. What? I swear I hit that. Hello. Thank you. Like, what other loot do you have? Oh yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Awesome. And so that's what I got into the gym. My gym routine for about a year was I would bench, I would deadlift, and those were my upper body and lower body days. My lower body day was a deadlift. I would do hamstring curls, lat pull downs, barbell rows, as if, bro. And for my upper days, I would do... Hello? How do I miss that? It's embarrassing. For my upper days, I would do bench press, incline bench press, and what else? Oops, no. And dumbbell lateral raises, and I did that for about a year, like that exact workout. And to be honest, I didn't actually make that much progress besides the bench press and the deadlifts. Everything else like kind of sucked. I didn't really get that much bigger. However, I was still losing weight at that time, so I was like, oh, I'm the coolest guy in the town. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly how to train. I know exactly like how to, be big and strong. And then I stopped training. Now that's a story for a different time. But basically, because I had lost a bunch of weight, I started getting attention from girls that I wasn't used to. I wasn't used to that kind of attention. I had never gotten that kind of attention. There's a lot of, especially at that age, like, I don't know, people are kind of hoes at like 17. So it was a new feeling for me. How did none of those hit? I suck. Jesus Christ. He hit some Kovacs. Oh, he's sniping. That fucking scared me. Oh. No, I'm gonna get a headshot sniped here. There's a little beam. A little beam and a half. Jesus. Take that. What is that sniper he's using? Fucking hell. But basically, I got to about, in that year, so in 1 year, I had gone from 140 kilos to 90 kilos. And then after that, in another year, I went from 90 kilos to 80 kilos. And then I actually went up back in weight. Because at the time, I was just partying a lot. Like heaps of partying. And so... Hello, monkey. Oh, my God. I'm dead. Wow. I just got sprayed by the entire lobby. Holy shit. What the fuck? Literally the entire lobby. That's insane. Oh, are you gonna let me like slide in and get my loot? Yes! Oh shit. Alright. Let me reload. Cool. Shit on. Oh, that's why. He fucking beamed me with that thing. Bro, that shit is crazy. The hell? Where's this guy? Is he in here? What the fuck? Did I just walk past him? I swear I'm... Oh, that's what I'm hearing. I was like, I swear I'm hearing something. I'm just retarded, apparently. But because I was getting all this attention from girls, I started going to these parties. Because I was going to all these parties, I wasn't as locked in on my fitness. Because I wasn't as locked in, I gained weight again. Now, I do actually appreciate those times because it... Oh my god, every time there's just someone third party. This is crazy. The fuck is this guy doing? Okay, now we shockwave away. Let's reload. I have infinite shockwaves. I need a med kit, please. Is there a vending machine? There's a vending machine here. I don't know. Oh, there we go. But I had lost 10 kilos and then gained it back. I was talking to all these girls, eating all this food, getting drunk, taking lots of drugs. Just doing a lot of stupid shit, really. And I looked back after doing this for like 9 months, and I also like got kicked out of home, but didn't get kicked out of home. It's a story for another day, but basically I was living at my mate's place, and I was kind of just like looking at myself in the mirror because my mate was around this friend that was super jacked, like ripped, bro. Later found out that he's on steroids, but he was still super jacked, and I was like, alright, I want to be like that guy. So I locked in, and then I started like actually learning how to train. And from then, in a year, I went from 90 kilos all the way down to 70 kilos. And by the way, I had the same thing happen again. I got a bunch of like female attention from doing that because at that point I had abs and I was 18 and I lifted weights, and so I was like a cool guy. And it wasn't good for me. But that's how I lost 70 kilos. Now, how does it change my life? Well, one, I'm not at risk of like heart failure anymore, which is pretty sick. I can move upstairs. That's awesome. I can bend down and pick things up. That's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Just my quality of life generally is massively improved. I don't like that there's this bug where it like changes your crosshair position. I don't like it. In terms of like respect from people, I've noticed dramatically, like people treat you so much better. Pretty privilege is very much a real thing. It's kind of fucked up when you think about it. But like the difference in the way like even my own family would treat me when I was fat versus when I got in shape is like dramatic. It's a noticeable change. It's not like, you know, you're imagining things. Like it's real. It's a real change. What the fuck is this guy doing? What the fuck? Is it real? Oh my god. Why was my aim so shaky there? Jesus. Yeah, it's a real difference. The way that teachers talk to you, massively different. For the first time, because losing 70 kilos is something that most people are not capable of. So for the first time in your life, you're talked to not just as a child. Even now, like, you know, people will talk to me as a child when I'm talking to adults at like the workplace or whatever. But at that time, when you're a school kid, they'll talk to you like you're a school kid. But after I lost all that weight, these teachers started talking to me with like heaps of respect. It was fucking crazy. Oh, I'm gonna win. I'm just gonna let him play it out. You know what? In fact, take the minis. Take the minis. I'm gonna drag out this game so I can keep finishing my point. But my point was that you can, for the first time, actually experience what it's like to be respected by other humans. That's what it did for me anyway. So like my parents would talk to me. Oh, got him. And the teachers would talk to you with respect because you have done at the age of 16 what most adults will never do. And that's crazy. I'll keep talking after the next game. Alright, we're back. As I was saying, yeah, people start to respect you. Adults treat you with respect like you're not a child anymore because you've done what most adults can't do. You know, if you ever see like a morbidly obese adult, chances are that they've actually tried to lose a bunch of weight. They just can't. They just don't have the discipline or the knowledge or whatever. Or they keep trying like different fad diets. Like my parents. My parents still to this day are very large. And aside from me and my younger siblings, like we're the only ones in shape. And it's kind of crazy to think about that. Like you at 15 can do what most adults can't do. And so now that I'm older, I kind of see like why I got treated so much better, because it is something worthy of respect. I feel like when you're 16, you haven't done anything yet. So having done something was really, really impressive. That also leads me to my second point, which I think fitness and why fitness is so great and why everyone should, have some kind of transformation for themselves, is because it gives you the sub skills and tools to accomplish other things in your life. It was so much easier. Literally everything in my life was so much easier after I got fit. Like talking to people, right? I had really bad anxiety. If I hadn't gotten in shape, lost a bunch of weight, I wouldn't have the tools of like consistently just showing up and applying myself to a task if I had never experienced that by going to the gym. Because like school doesn't really teach you how to do that for yourself. You go to school every day, you do your task, you do your work, whatever, but it doesn't teach you how to set that up for yourself. You're kind of just like conditioned to follow your environment, and so that's a huge sub skill that you learn from getting in shape. Another one is how to manage like intensity. You can't, no matter how disciplined of a person you are, you can't do things 100% of the time all the time. Now, anyone that's pretty far into lifting will know that it comes in sprints, all right? It's not linear. And that's your gains as well as your effort. They're not linear. Some months you'll work harder, some months you won't. I really like the phrasing seasons. You'll have seasons of your life where you're going balls to the walls at the gym. You're taking your diet super seriously, things like that. But that's not sustainable, and I would say that's not sustainable for 99% of the people. And the difference between jacked people and people that lift but aren't jacked is that level of intensity is just different. There's a different level of let me put this over here. Yes. Oh, should have looked. Come on. Thank you. That level of intensity is just different. For some people, that kind of intensity might be going to the gym 3 times a week. Whereas usually the jacked guy, that kind of intensity is, doing 10 sets of 10 on like a leg press or something. Like that's a hard workout, That's different. And it scales. And your tolerance to the intensity of the workload changes as you get more experience. You don't learn that concept of like managing your, I guess, work ethic. Oh, I'm just getting sprayed. Cool. What the hell? Who the fuck is spraying me, man? Oh, you. Okay. Ray Pump's pretty wicked. That's pretty awesome. You like that? I have to like focus on this game now. This kid just. Oh, I'm gonna hold you. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I'll cop that. Is there a bit of pump? No. It's alright. It's really hard to see in Storm now. Did they change the way it looks? Because I feel like it's so much darker. This is ass. Oh, that's not good. I don't want to be under his floor. I have no mats. Oh my god, I nearly just died. What was I saying? Balancing your intensity. Balancing your intensity and going through phases of life where you're working really, really, really hard, and then phases of life, and it's totally acceptable to do, that you're just operating at the bare minimum to still make progress. That concept is, I feel like, has never been taught. Now, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just one guy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people have that experience. But that concept is, I think, a key, almost essential concept to accomplishing anything with your life. And it's just not like taught. The only way that I learned about it was through fitness, was through going to the gym. Oh my god. I'm so angry at you. Let's get to... Oh my god, he's a box hopper. Holy shit. 59? 59, that's crazy work. Alright. Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Yeah, managing your intensity and doing the bare minimum to still make progress in whatever you're trying to accomplish. I feel like that's a really essential concept. Hello? What is this shotgun? This thing does no damage, I swear to god. Give me a pump. Thank you. Thank you. For myself, the way that that's applied itself to me is like working. I worked in sales. Obviously, in sales, you're always developing your skills. You're always learning. You're always doing things like that. If I hadn't gotten into fitness, I don't think I would have done as well or taken as much of sales, because there were times in my like sales career where I was working like 15-hour days. There were times where I worked 3 hours. When I say worked, I mean like put in 3 hours worth of time to get, you know, better at the craft. Sometimes you need those times where you're not getting any sleep and you're just like burning the candle at both ends, and sometimes you just, you know, you just gotta take a break. You gotta kind of chill back. Now, some people, I think most people have the issue of not working hard enough at all. Not giving anything a crack. Fuck. This dude's so weird. These kids are so weird. They don't build, but they like just run. Like run around. Yeah, I feel like there's more of an epidemic of people not trying at all. But I guess you also don't know, because it feels daunting. It feels so overwhelming. Like, I can speak from my own experience, having gone through like a major, you know, change. That is incredibly daunting. It's really hard to wrap your head around it even being possible for you. Where did this guy go? Oh my god. Just dead. What the fuck is that guy doing? Okay, I'm gonna pop this medkit and then kill him, I reckon. Oh, never mind, he's gonna run. Fuck. You just ran through everything. Jesus Christ. This guy's a psychopath, man. What was I gonna say? Yeah. I think sometimes you need to just give it a crack and do the bare minimum to just make progress. And then you learn what the correct intensity to make progress over a long period of time is. And then you also learn what the correct intensity to continue making progress without burning yourself out, because I think that's a really important skill set. What the fuck? Why are you running? Yeah, I think these things are really important. And the gym teaches you all of them. Why are you like this? Do you have friends? I wonder. Oh, you're just a loser. Okay. Weirdo. But alright. We'll do this. I wanted to double swing on my wall. I'm gonna pre-fire him. Yes. Shockwave. Yep. The fuck did you go? What a pussy. Oh, I'm just gonna die. Like, he just... Imagine he headshot sniped me there. That would have been so bad. Awesome. Another thing that the gym is really good for, he's teaching you the skill of consistency. Of just doing the same thing every single day. Why, bro? Oh, who the fuck just shot me? I'm full keying that kid. What the fuck? Oh, you're a loser, man. Like, you respawn just to shoot me in the back as I'm about to get the kill. Come on, man. Annoying. What was I gonna say next? Consistency. Consistency is a really good skill, and it's a skill. It's not something you're born with. It's not luck. It's an actual skill, and you gotta learn it. You gotta learn how to be consistency. You won't have anything in life if you can't do hard things every single day. Another really good skill that I don't see talked about very much, but it's the level of education and self-education that you have to go through to get... What are you doing? What the hell? Okay. Oh, I'm just dead. Okay. Nice. What the fuck? What the hell? That was a crazy game. Alright, I'll keep going in the next game. These games are really short. Like I was saying, the self-education that you need. You have to teach yourself how to do these exercises. What's the best split? You know, how do I lose weight? How do I gain weight? How do I do this exercise? You know, like what muscles make someone look jacked? You know, do I train my forearms? Do I train my chest? Do I train my calves only? You know, things like that. You have to do that kind of education. The last way, and the final way that I think that losing 70 kilos has really changed my life, is the self-confidence. You now have proof for the rest of your life that at some point in your life, you have done something hard. You have that proof. And like, that's a hard thing. Most people don't ever lose that much weight. Most people just get fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter. They don't lose that kind of weight. They don't make those kinds of transformations. And having that self-confidence has allowed me to go into other things going, you know what, it's going to be hard, but I still have the belief that if I just show up, I work hard at it, I can get it. I can understand how to do it. Take video games, for example. Like, you know, this is a very complex game. But I still believe that, like, you know, I can play well. Take working in sales. You know, most people, the idea of door-to-door sales is super daunting. But I guess if you have that level of self-confidence that you've earned through going through some kind of physical transformation, you then have the ability, you have now taught yourself the ability to do hard things and to be comfortable with doing hard things. And I think as well, Another skill that I didn't think about until just then is being able to teach yourself something. Most people aren't jacked, man. Like, yeah, there's more jacked people now than ever, for sure. But most people still aren't jacked. Most people that, like, work out, like, 3 times a week aren't jacked. Which is crazy when you think about it. Like, people are applying themselves to the gym consistently and aren't jacked. Oh, shit's on. And so, you know, if you can do that, you're beating people that all have the same goal. Everyone wants to make more money. Oh my god. Everyone wants to make more money. And everyone wants to get in better shape. That's what everyone wants to do. And so, my necks are feeling crazy right now. Is there anyone around? That's a very good skill to have, you know. For example, you know, a lot of people teach themselves, especially when they're like into gaming, how to edit videos. That's like a big thing, you know, you make your own montage, things like that. That's also really like hard to do. It's hard to teach yourself things. But I think the process of learning how you learn and how to learn new things that you want to accomplish is actually made easier and is a quicker process to learn those sub skills than if you go and train at the gym. I actually think it's quicker. Oh my days. Well, it's actually quicker. I think the skill set of learning how to learn and to teach yourself, and to create an environment in which you get the work done, even when it's hard and uncomfortable. There is no activity that will teach you that quicker than I think lifting weights. Not even like playing sports, but I think lifting weights, because when you're playing sports, you know, you're playing sports because it's fun. At the very beginning, like, lifting weights is not fun. Oh my god, you're so annoying. Thank you. I just heard a shockwave, I swear. That fucking scared me. And I think you can apply these things to literally every aspect of your life. So that's probably the number one way that has changed my life. Obviously, you know, getting attention from girls. People say girls don't care about muscles. That's just not true. To a point, like, as I've gotten bigger and stronger and stuff, like, you know, I haven't gotten more girls or something. What I have gotten is, when I lost all the weight, way more attention. You know, I went from a point of, like, you know, I've always, like, I don't know, since I was like 15, like, had a girlfriend. Even when I was fat, I had a girlfriend. That's a story. That's gonna be a different story. But even when I was 15, I had a girlfriend. When I lost the weight, girls would come up to me, man. Like, it was the craziest experience, you know. Usually, like, I was the one pursuing whatever. I had lost the weight, and it was only girls that knew me before I lost the weight, by the way. It wasn't random chicks that didn't know me. So, girls that I knew before I lost the weight, after I lost the weight, would come up to me. I would be like, hey, blah, 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 blah. It was really interesting. You know, that's a good change. That's a very positive effect. People talking to you with respect, very positive effect. But those effects only happen when people see the difference. Those aren't intuitive, yeah? Most people don't like people that are in shape. Because, you know, people are insecure. They don't want to be reminded of their shortcomings. You know, people are plenty fat-phobic, right? But there's also, like, fit-phobic, where people just, like, talk shit because you're, you know, in shape, which I think is crazy. Or, like, the idea that, like, you're dumb if you work out. You know, you're just like a dumb meathead. This tree is really getting in my fucking way. Okay, cool. We're just running. Holy fuck. We are just running. Okay, get me out of here. What the fuck? Thank you. So yeah, like if you go around now, the quality of life that I've had from the first 2 years of like, you know, being on a fitness journey, losing a bunch of weight. Oh, that was clean. Losing a bunch of weight to now, you know, like being a bigger guy. It honestly has made the social interactions not any different unless they knew me before. But when you tell people, oh yeah, I used to be 140 kilos. And they look at you and they're like, that's fucking insane. Like, that's crazy. And then, you know, I'm a bit bigger now. Like, I'm 92 kilos now after my bulk. And I'll go, yeah, like I cut down to 70 kilos. And they're like, what? That's insane. That's a nice change of life. You get immediate respect when you tell people that. But I think the biggest one is you now learn the skill set of how to do hard things. And I think that's really important. And I think most people don't have that skill set. And it makes your life just easier. I mean, you know, I haven't done anything crazy with my time on the earth. You know, I'm not fucking super rich or super accomplished, things like that. But my life is easier. It's easier to, like, study. It's easier to learn new skills. It's easier to, like, be good at my job. It's easier to find a job. It's easier to make friends. All these hard things, like social skills are hard, man. I know that might sound like super autistic, but they are. Social skills are hard. I've been someone that was super socially awkward to now, you know, being totally fine socially, having friends and things like that. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't, you know, go through fitness. So I think fitness is really, really good. I don't think anything is as good as a teacher as trying to improve your own fitness and to, like, your physical ability. I won't say fitness. I feel like that's a very, like, vague term. But, like, improving your body's ability to perform. Which is still a fucking vague term. Basically, getting big and strong as a guy. The fuck? What the hell? What? Yo, what the fuck? Crazy work, okay. Was he simple at it? I swear, like, he was just, like, so crispy with it. Come on. Oh, man, I suck. Okay. Boom. Like this dead. Where's this guy gliding from? Okay, cool. So that's how it's changed my life. I would say as well, some basic advice to, like, I don't know, get started. I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna die here, I just know it. Yeah, I just know I'm gonna die here, but fuck it, I don't care. I should probably go to zone. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Oh, there's a guy behind me. What the hell? Okay. Oh, I'll take these. Don't mind if I do. Is there a... Yeah, there is a human. What the hell? There's an enemy combatant. What? Why are you spraying me? What's the point? What do you get out of that? You don't get anything. You gain nothing. Yeah. You broke my overshield. Yeah, nice. Get the... Oh, okay, sick. Just steal my kill. Yeah, nice. What? Why? Are they all in the trees? What the fuck? Very weird, but okay. Oh, it gives me a reason to use this. I guess. Oh wait, what the fuck? I'm just dead. Oh, I just been shot through a wall. Nice. That's just awesome. Holy desync. Before I win this game, is there anything else I wanted to say? Okay, it's just talking to me. Nice. Break your shield for me, thank you. What the fuck? Wow. Okay, just being full lobby focused in a solo reload ranked game. Crazy work. 300 mats. Thank you. Ooh, that's nice. I'll take that. Oh, okay. Sick. Oh, and I don't get the kill. Nice. But yeah. Basically, that's how losing so many kilos has and will change your life. Thanks for watching.